You are the pioneers. With your visions, your ideas, and your passion to make things better. And we are the ones who protect you from pitfalls. We are by your side whenever needed as a true fellow. Reliable, pragmatic, realistic. Together we make your product come alive. Imagine you enjoy improvement. Process fellows.
AI-supported innovation is the title of our webinar today. I would like to present to you. Welcome to this session. Great that you found some time to join this webinar and to find out what's about this topic. Yeah, the AI itself is already a big innovation, not a real innovation anymore for many companies. They are still struggling how to implement everything. But today we will see some approaches and some ideas how to do this successfully. Before we start with the webinar itself and with our presenter, let me tell you a few topics about our company itself, Process Fellows. If you join for the first time, we are a company supporting customers on OEM and tier 1, 2, 3 side regarding the implementation of software, mainly with typical standards like automotive spice, like cybersecurity, like functional safety, and also other topics like machine learning. Yeah, maybe one part of artificial intelligence. But not only software specific things, but also hardware and mechanical engineering is supported by us. And we are also supporting domains outside of automotive, like, for example, the medical device industry, where also similar models and standards are available and must be fulfilled. Our company is focusing on these 4 main topics. So we perform assessments, unofficial ones that we call gap analysis, or official assessments according to different SPICE models, with the main goal, of course, to derive improvement measures for project or organizational improvement. Of course, we can also provide consulting and develop best methods, best processes, best practices together with our customers in complex and safety critical environments with respect to cybersecurity and other requirements that might be relevant for these companies. Beside typical consulting, where we mainly talk about processes and methods, we do really hands-on coaching to do the work together with your colleagues, with your engineers, to derive work products, to develop products to a certain degree. So we try to empower your employees by accompanying them from the definition of measures to the completion of the complete product development. And of course, we provide trainings regarding the different topics along the engineering tool chain, not only based on the standards like automotive spice, but also tool sites. Yeah, the ALM, PLM tool chain is supported by us. Yeah, we can use different tools for doing the work in the engineering environment, and we provide those trainings. Here is just an overview about our next trainings that are planned for, mainly for February. So it seems that currently the people really have the will and the time to attend these trainings. You see most of them are dealing with SPICE models, like here the cybersecurity, a SPICE model, or they want to become an expert, a professional, or a competent assessor regarding automotive SPICE. Existing assessors have to attend the upgrade training. Yeah, also these trainings are planned in the German and US time zone, and the next hardware engineering training is also already guaranteed. That will take place in the mid of February. Regarding the webinar itself, just some simple rules. It would be great if you keep muted during the presentation. We have an F&A or Q&A functionality in the Teams tool. Just use it to write your question in this chat, in the F&A chat, and we will answer them after the presentations. Please note that the webinar will be recorded. I think you recognize this already. because you would like to publish it afterwards. So if you don't like to be visible, of course, your name and your picture will not be visible. But if you ask a question directly, then of course this question is also part of this recording. Also, the slides will be available for download after the presentation on our webpage. And the recorded presentation will also be available on our webpage and also on our YouTube channel. That's all from my side. Let me present briefly our presenter, Mr. Achim Schmidt. He's the Managing Director of Innovigate GmbH. And his main focus is on methodology consulting for innovation and development projects. We work together with Achim since many years, very successfully. And I would like to hand over now to you, Achim, to share your presentation and to present your topic. The stage is yours.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, hello to all. Thank you very much for the invitation. So I'm glad that you invited me to do this presentation, this little webinar. Maybe I share my slides.
Yes, please.
Okay, now I think you can see it. Yeah, the company Innovigate, GmbH, Innovigate, the name comes from innovation and navigate. Well, I'm a sailor, as you can see in this picture here. So it's a kind of metaphor. So the goal is to direct, to help companies by coaching, training, and project support, workshops into direction to innovation and business excellence. And we came together, process fellows and Innovigate, at a customer's workshop where we saw that automotive spice and the design for Six Sigma methods, for example, for robustness that fits brilliant together. And so we also created a common training example, which you will also see in this webinar today. And maybe for the topic itself, how did I come to the combination of artificial intelligence and innovation methods? Well, I'm using these innovation methods, especially the TWIS methods, theory of inventive problem solving, since many years in customer projects. I'm a trainer for these methods. Also, I'm doing certification trainings, and I have also a lectureship. But last year, I saw that, well, maybe it's a good combination to combine artificial intelligence with these innovation methods. And well, I have good luck because my both sons, they are specialists in artificial intelligence. They studied informatics, and one even founded a company. And so they helped me to how to use the artificial intelligence together with the methods. And so that was the idea how to do it. And my vision is to bring these innovation methods more known inside the companies because there are so many possibilities, and we really should use. So the first topic is innovative solution thinking. And if you take a look to this diagram, you will see here patterns by residents, and take especially a look from your company you are coming from. I think most of you are coming from Germany, and also take a look to Korea and to China. It's starting in a few seconds with 1999 and 6, and you see China is, well, it's not really seen, and where is it? No, it's somewhere, it's coming up. Here, you see, suddenly it appears, and it's going more and more to the top, together with Korea and Japan. And the interesting thing is, I was in a conference of his TWIS innovation methods in I think it's what, in 2019. So, and there we asked TWIS experts from from China and South Korea. And they told me that they are really using these innovation methods, also this theory of inventive problem solving, these methods to generate patterns and to also to really to enhance innovation, and they really did. They succeed. Well, if you take a look to several innovation methods, you know, there's design thinking. Design thinking is a nice approach. It's very good to understand what are the users, how would user use the product. So that means to get the first idea for requirements is also very good method to have very early there are so-called paper prototypes really to show how it works. But if you take a look to the ideation phase, to the phase where ideas are generated, what we are doing is brainstorming and something like that. So we have much, much more like that. There's a business model generation. It's also very good to describe business models and so on, but we can empower this by the trees methods. The trees methods, trees means a theory of inventive problem solving, and it's a set of a lot of tools to have an idea how or what can be in the future to solve technical problems and so on, and they are based on patent research mainly. So there is, of course, much more to say about these trees tools, but we don't have the time. And I just want to mention there's a big tool set we can use. And for example, I used in 3 half-day workshops some of these tools, and we generated 6 patents. So they're really powerful. But talking about innovation, the interesting thing is that innovation not only takes place in the first phase in product lifecycle, in the product portfolio management, or however you call it in your own company, product lifecycle process or business processes. So this would be the front-end innovation. That means the front-end innovation is in a very early phase of the process. Here we want to understand what are the opportunities, what are initial concepts for development, and it's more like an exploration of possible ideas. A lot of people are thinking in this, when they're talking about innovation, they are only thinking about this front-end innovation. This is important, but this is not all. We can also be innovative during the development phase, and we call it back-end innovation. And here you see product and process development. That means we don't have only a prototype. We are going here really into a serial development. And here we also can use innovation methods to get better ideas for the design, to solve technical problems, and also to make optimization on processes, and also to find better features for service and for the product. I will also show you examples from these 2 phases, but also for the third phase. This is a serial production. Even here we can use some of his innovation methods for problem solving and process optimization. And this is unfortunately not really well known. And so I really would like to mention it here and also show you that we can also even be innovative and use innovation methods in process optimization. Now I have an example here. Last week I met Thomas Bayer, who is who was the leader of the innovation lab of Wittgenstein, and so he gave me the permission to show it because it was also presented 10 years ago at the Trees Practitioner Day. You see here, this is a motor and a gear. Sorry. This was an existing system, and they were asked to implement or to design a new system, but with very low dimensions. And so he talked to the team we should develop something with this size. Well, this is only a picture, not showing really the system here. You can imagine here, it's just making a copy of this picture and make it a little bit narrower. You must imagine that here it means it should be the motor and the gear, but in this size. And a lot of members of his team said, well, it's not possible, we can't do that, it doesn't make sense, and many left the team. He continued with some of his people of his team, and but then he said, well, I have to mention something else. There should be an access through this system here, this gear system, so a hollow shaft. And so we really used innovation methods, these innovation methods. Of course, not only a workshop, of course, it took, I don't know exactly, maybe 2 years development time, but they really used this innovation method step by step and found a complete new design. I also got the innovation prize, the Bavarian, for this design. You see here, this is a hollow shaft, and there are single tubes here, and it's rotating, and the complete the outer axis is turning, and we managed to make a very small, very good design. This is the advantage is there's no wear almost. This is very powerful, very small, and so of course the first version was very quite expensive. They used it for this rocket that it was designed for, but then after some improvements, they made a complete new field for machining and so on. And I met also them on the Hanover exhibition. But they said it was really a result by using these innovation methods. Okay, this was only an example showing that these innovation methods for themselves are quite powerful. Now, but the topic is to combine these tools, these methods with artificial intelligence. And so that means for the next thing, thinking about artificial intelligence, what is really the definition? Well, it's the science and engineering of making intelligent machines, especially intelligent computer programs. Well, it was a definition, but it's really describing artificial intelligence with a own word. What is then intelligence? And I said intelligence is a computational part of the ability to achieve goals in the world. And how is this done? And so the one most basic thing is the neural learning, and this is inspired by the way how the brain function works. That means inspired by the human brain. It's an interconnected system with an artificial network, and these networks are designed to mimic brain activity and to process information and to solve complex problems. That means we are trying to simulate the human brain, and there are deep layers, or we are doing deep learning by multiple layers. And so we can use this, for example, for image recognition, speech processing, autonomous systems. And what we are doing now here is also to enhance the innovation and also, of course, business excellence and design for excellence by using these artificial intelligence in combination with very good and effective and efficient methods. And so we can use it also to for thinking out of the box. That means also for thinking about problems we have not seen or we are not seeing in during development. I want to give you an example here. You see here, it's about identification of hand-typed numbers. Here you see a set of hand-typed numbers, and we want to make an identification which number is this handwritten symbol here. So that means the objective is to the system should be able to recognize the handwritten number. And so the input layer is the handwritten number, and the hidden layers are the neurons, and you see here they are connected. And the output layer is the number from 0 to 9. And now, when we're trying to learn, we are seeing when we have this certain number, which neurons are activated and which are not. And you see here, there are some neurons have a high activation, some a low activation. And so when we can get here a probability, which number will be mentioned or identified. Well, funny example, this year I was in England, I rented a car, and it was a South Korean car, and we had also a traffic sign identification, and many times there was a 30-mile zone. The system saw the 30 miles traffic sign and identified it at 80 mile. So there were so many wrong messages from the assistant system that it was I really didn't trust this assistance system in the car. So you see 8 and 3 are quite similar, and so the system was not able to distinguish. Yeah, and this is an example. There was a video at YouTube, and unfortunately it's not available anymore. Yeah, okay, so what I did is I used artificial intelligence in combination with trees and other innovation methods, and also with design for Six Sigma methods. And yeah, a big toolkit, I called it's method pharmacy. That means you have a certain task and you are just taking the right method, using the train the artificial intelligence, and then to use it. So that means it's a combination. It's not only saying a chat or a GPT, just do this method. I have to train, I have to explain the system how to do it. And so why I am doing this, the benefit is with artificial intelligence, I can enhance creativity and ideation, really to think out of the box, to think about new ideas. One example was there was a certain company making consumer products, but there was a certain challenge. It was a technology challenge, really to think about certain aspects like energy efficiency and whatever. They want to make the future generation, but they didn't have really outbreaking ideas, only continuous improvement, but not really a disruptive idea. And so they asked me to use artificial intelligence in combination with this innovation methods. And so I was able to think out of the box, and also take a look into other product areas, for example, where some similar functions are generated, and so really finding complete new ideas. Artificial intelligence can be very efficient because I can automate a task, I can accelerate the ideation process, and also allow teams to focus on strategic and high-value tasks. It can be data-driven, so it means I can give the AI data and say, okay, try to find out trends, customer preferences, and innovative opportunities. I can use cross-disciplinary knowledge. It means also getting insight from multiple fields, breaking down silos and promoting innovative solution across domains. And I can also create some prototypes and do some simulation, test them or virtually testing and so on, and see if it is feasible. Well, it sounds good, but in reality, there are also some challenges, and we really cannot neglect them. One big problem with artificial intelligence is there are hallucinations. It means the artificial intelligence can show you and create ideas, make really very nice descriptions, and it really sounds plausible, but it's completely wrong. It has nothing to do with reality. So it means I have every idea I have to check, I have to validate. And what I also found is if you only take, for example, ChatGPT or any other AI software and say, please do something, it's like there's a lot of power. It's like a horse, but a wild horse, but it has to be tempt, I think it's word in English, tamen. Really to have to direct it, you have to go in little steps, always guiding the artificial intelligence, because otherwise it's creating a huge amount of bullshit. That was also a finding, and because of that, I'm using methods, I'm training the methods, I'm writing pre-prompts, I will show you later, and really tell the AI how to do this, how this method works, and really to get good ideas, results. So hallucinations, misleading information was one problem. One very funny example, I was planning a journey to Italy and to Sicilia, and I knew that Sardinia, sorry, Sardegna. I knew that maybe the oldest tree of the world is standing there, 4,000 years old. It's a olive tree. And I asked the AI, tell me where can I find the oldest tree in the world? And it was telling me, well, the oldest tree is, and I don't mention this location, it's somewhere, and it's 280 years old, and it was seriously damaged by a drunken truck driver. And I was thinking, what a nonsense. It must be much, much older than 280 years. The location was in Africa, not in Europe. When I asked the AI, yes, okay, but please tell me where's the oldest olive tree in Europe? The oldest olive tree. And saying, yeah, it's in Greece and on that island, and it's 2,000 years old. And then I asked, yes, and now please tell me what is the oldest olive tree in Italy? And then it was finding the Olivastre millenari I was searching for in Sardegna, Sardinian, which is 4,000 years old. You see, it was always generating a story, but the stories were wrong, completely wrong. And so that was really a big problem, hallucinations. When I also saw if I don't do this learning, this pre-prompting, this teaching of the AI, I'm getting a lot of obvious ideas. So that means the AI has no problems to generate a huge amount of ideas, and now you have to really to select from a huge amount what idea is useful. So that creates an information overload. And one thing, what is really, really important, AI is not replacing experts. And also innovation methods are not replacing experts because the methods helps to think different about something. But of course, we have to know the physics, we have to know, for example, the business or whatever. We have to be experts, but we can use the methods for getting new ideas. But of course, we have to validate these ideas. And of course, there are also some ethical and bias concerns. So maybe, and this is the reason why I'm creating for all of my customers, they get an own chat really to train the data for them. Also, I'm doing this for myself because I want to really know where is the data coming from, and not only take only public trained data. So because you can manipulate, and I don't want to have to work with manipulated data. I know I want to know how the models have been trained. Yeah, and now I'm coming to the practical part. I have 3 examples. This is from the common example I mentioned before. It's from the Design for Six Sigma training, and we also use it, or process fellows also use it for automotive spice and other things. It's the electrical tailgate of a car. And now let's think about we are innovation managers or portfolio management, portfolio management team, and we have to present defined tasks, of course. What do we have to do to find good ideas? And our goal would be we want to have a management decision after this phase, and then there will be a decision if it comes into development. If we continue the development or not. So that means this is first phase. And there is one topic, it's not a trees topic, it's an innovation method. It's called jobs to be done. And now I will show you. We can open a chat. Okay, I take the slide here. Is a new chat. Here, also there's nothing in here. So there's no manipulation or something like that. And I'm working with ChatGPT 4. I take this, just copy this task here. This is the wrong task, this here. So the task is the next generation of an automotive system for electric tailgate or opening and closing will be developed, and we want to find new ideas, and let's use the job to be done method to do that. Okay, I'm copying it here. And now, as I told you, I have predefined it. I've taught the system. And now I'm telling the system perform, and I call it method instruction. I gave them a name. So this is a method pharmacy. We wanted to have, it was the jobs to be done. This is B151. This is a pre-prompt. I'm loading this pre-prompt. It's in here. So this is Inno, the number is B151. Oh, sorry. I've attached it, and you will see now, I let the system run, and it's doing the things. Remember this picture with the wild horse. I defined, I teach the horse what to do, that is not running somewhere, and really to do the right things. I hope it works. So now it's giving you tasks. The method is called job to be done. And we don't go now through it, of course, because we don't have the time. So there are solution statements, there are some kind of analysis, there are analyzing of a job cycle, there's chain analysis, opportunity summary, and so on. And I want to have a summary. Okay. So we are, okay. We have, Okay. Now you see this is a summary of this job to be done. And there's a certain specific formulation of the jobs. We can also continue with other innovation tools, of course. And there are some other information. I don't want to go into detail into the method, of course. We don't have the time. But I'm just showing you that we can guide. We are using the methods. We are and in reality, I would do step by step, also together with the engineers, of course, to have a close interaction. Now we are a little bit further in development process. We have a specific design, but we have a technical contradiction, we call it in trees. Technical contradiction means that we want to improve a system, a parameter to achieve a goal, but unfortunately another parameter is going worse. And usually we are doing a kind of optimization, but the idea of the trees methodology is that every contradiction is nucleate. It's a chance for really innovation, and so there's the technical contradiction, and there are the 40 inventive principles in the trees methodology, and this we can use now for this example. I copy this here, just the task here I have here. Go to our chat, and the number is okay. I check. So let's so I just use the method described and I now have to see the number. I'm just loading the description and all the things I did with this learning of this machine. So what I have to say, oh, sorry, it was wrong. Technical contradiction. It's 2 to 1. I have to say that this is not the final version. This is only the very first version, so the output will not be perfect. But anyhow, we can try. And now we are using these innovation methods powered by artificial intelligence. Also a correct formulation as we do it in trees, because usually, even in literature, sometimes you don't find the right way to do it. And now we are getting here a summary table and some ideas. Unfortunately, as I know, the prompt is not ready. It was just it stopped somehow, and so I had to continue this pre-prompt. And now we are getting here certain principles and ideas we can, of course, deepen them. These ideas, by the way, are based on patent research. Okay, I have a last example. Now we are thinking, we should, sorry, there's a mistake here. Now we are in serial production. So that means this should be orange here, serial production. The problem is we have electronic assembly line from SMD parts here. We are building the ECU, the electronic control system or unit for our electronic tailgate. And we have a problem that sometimes the the components are not really good handled by the system, and sometimes they are falling, and that means not really good handled, and the soldering process does not work properly. There's a method in trees, the anticipatory failure determination, and this is a very nice method, especially if you do it before an FMEA, before a process FMEA, or if you have a certain failure and if you don't have any idea how to go on. We can do it. I take this description of a failure here. I go to the AI. Sorry, it was the wrong one. So I copy the problem here. So I use according uses anticipatory failure determination. This is the name of the trees method. Let's check. Now I'm taking this prompt. I think it was 240. So that means I've taught the system. And to be sure, okay, let's go. Now you can see it's doing this analysis, this method. And we can find now a lot of solutions. You see here, and we are getting even here a table of most interesting solutions. Of course, this is just for a demo here. In reality, in a project, I would have steps in between also to communicate with the user and really to get the expert knowledge, because we will not solve any problems by only pressing some buttons. There is, of course, an interaction. And this is one thing, what we see. We want to bring this idea, this methods, more to the companies, really how to work with it and to make it easier. This is one thing maybe I can show in some months. I don't know. I have to talk with process fellows if there's interest. We are generating an app, and in this app, we will guide the user through the methods. And so it means you have here a certain window guiding a certain methods, and you can use the methods AI supported, make reports and define projects and so on. But I don't want to show too much, because this is only very early prototype, and we will work on that with a small team. And this year, maybe in I hope in April, there will be a first prototype available. And if you are interested, you just can contact me, and I can give you more information about that. Yeah, so that means the idea is to have this app to help to spread the methods more into the companies, really to be innovative. But of course, it's always good to know the methods to understand what is happening, not only pressing some buttons and using some tools and not knowing how they work. Because of that, as I did it in the past, I also will provide, of course, consulting support regarding the methods, starting from serious development and industrialization, serious ramp up, and also in the field of systematic technical problem solving and front-end and back-end innovation, of course. Yeah, are there any questions?
Yeah, thank you very much, Achim, for this interesting presentation. So currently in the Q&A or chat session, we do not have questions yet, but if somebody has a question now, just raise your hand and ask. Okay, so this seems not to be the case for the moment, but I would have a question, Achim. So, Manuel Lutz, yeah, Mr. Lutz, please, yeah, ask your question. We cannot hear you yet.
Do you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
now it works, yeah.
So my question is, do you use this AI in combination with processes? So this development processes too. For example, like the V model in automotive spice also. Because now you showed it in technical issues, and this would be my question.
Yeah, sure. I'm doing that, and I have also such processes and workflows also. That means also in the tool, what we are generating, there will be several workflows. There's, of course, for example, an innovation workflow that would be like a process in the innovation phase. Of course, quite generic because every company has their own specific processes. So that means we are defining more generic processes. And of course, you can adapt it with your internal one. And regarding such processes like automotive spice, maybe in the future, now the focus is on innovation in the first step. But of course, there are a lot of possibilities to do that.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, Philippa, you have a question, please.
Yes, hello, good afternoon. Thank you for the nice session. My question goes a bit more generic about acceptability from the community in general, people that you are maybe already working with, because in our team, we are also doing a lot of experimentation with the AI tools. And even among a small team, about 20 people, we have, let's say, very different opinions how to go with this topic.
Yeah.
And of course, there are these earlier adopters that try to motivate the others. But of course, there are also good reasons to have concerns.
Yeah, sure, definitely. Of course, I discussed this with my two sons, who are, as I told you, AI experts. And so what they are doing is in this app, for example, we will make it in such a way. Well, I'm not an IT specialist like my son, so I can't really explain it in a very good way. They could do it much better. But we want to do it like that, that the user of this app can adapt this app to their own AI system, because a lot of companies have their own AI environment. And so there would be a possibility to use it, or to say, we want to have a European server, a North American server, whatever. So there are possibilities. And the prompts I'm doing, well, this is more my task to generate prompts. And all the IT stuff, where this is done by my sons. And so my task is to define the prompts, and you can use that from every AI system. So this works anytime. And the other thing is regarding the app, okay, we have to see which users want to use this server, and but there will be a possibility to adapt it. Does this answer your question? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know if someone also in the audience wants to share some experience with this kind of acceptability, general in teams, because I guess we will have to go this path, all of us, but we know that not everybody is on board, at least at the moment.
Maybe I can rephrase your question, Philippa. So, for us, internally, and also our customers, very often is the question, okay, if an AI tool supports us in defining new innovations or implementing something or fulfilling some standards, what in the end is our job? Do we still have to contribute somehow? Yeah, or will we have no job anymore, or will the job change, or something like that? I think this is very important for most of the people. Maybe you can say something about that, Achim.
Yeah, sure. Well, it is like I mentioned, the AI helps you really to think in a different way about things, and we really we really need experts doing validation, experts doing really thinking about these things. It could be that, well, in some specific areas like standard programming and so on, we see it. For example, this is what my sons told me. You can use, for example, the AI to make easy programming things. They don't do. I see it. They do it by themselves, like we did in the past. They are just saying the AI. I want to have a short program regarding doing this and this, and then the AI is doing this. Yeah, okay. So here for these easy jobs, there can be concerns. I think it's a little bit like in the industrialization phase, where easy jobs have been removed by machines, but more specialized jobs have been created. And I think here it's similar.
Yeah, I would agree, Achim. Yeah, so maybe also a final example from my side. Yeah, so we deal with automotive spies. You mentioned it several times, and our customers ask us, okay, how can we fulfill automotive spies? And we explain very often the same things. But the challenge is, how can it be fulfilled by the already available processes and tools within a certain company? And such a tool can really support to define a prompt like you did it. Okay, yeah, how can we solve this problem, or how can we fulfill a process in automotive spies by having by reusing our existing processes? Yeah, you just upload the existing process, you upload the spice standard, and then the tool can propose a possible solution that hopefully fulfills a spice, but sticks to the tooling that is already available and established in an organization. Yeah, this is much faster than doing an analysis by human beings, understanding the internal tools and concepts, and then providing something. Yeah, but our job as consultants will be to validate, okay, is this proposal of the AI tool a real good one? Yeah, because you mentioned it can hallucinate, it can propose something that will not work, though it will change the focus of our work, but it can increase the efficiency, of course, of it.
Yeah, very nice example. Similar example would be requirements. Sometimes we have, for example, ECU with 3,000 requirements, and are all the requirements we have here all validation tests for them, how to check it. And here, of course, AI also could help, but it has to be controlled, of course.
Sure. Yeah. Good. So, Philippa, is this answer sufficient for you?
Yes, thank you so much for the discussion.
Okay, you're welcome. Good. If there's no further question, we already achieved the end of our session, a couple of minutes past 5. So thanks a lot for your participation. As announced in the beginning, the presentation and the recording will be available soon on our Process Fellows webpage. So you can also, of course, provide also feedback afterwards, or if you're interested in more content about this or any other topic we offer. Thanks for your time, and hope to see you again for our next webinar or for any of our trainings. Have a good evening.
Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, you can contact me. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You are the pioneers. With your visions, your ideas, and your passion to make things better. And we are the ones who protect you from pitfalls. We are by your side whenever needed as a true fellow. Reliable, pragmatic, realistic. Together we make your product come alive. Imagine you enjoy improvement. Process Fellows.